Hi, today I will explain you how to create the pivot table with the data available and also how to filter the pivot table in an easy way. So for that I have considered this data. So keep a cursor in the data and go to insert. There you will find pivot table option. So click on it so that automatically it will select the entire data. Otherwise you can also select the data. How means once you press the pivot table you will get a create pivot table pop-up. So here select a table or range. So you will have a small arrow here to select the data. So click on it. It will ask you to select the data. So select the data including headers and again press the arrow. Then here there are two options, new worksheet or existing worksheet. So you can create the pivot table in this worksheet also, or otherwise you can create a new worksheet. So click on OK. So that there is another sheet created here with the name sheet 1. So at the left you will find the headers of the data. So with this you can play the game of pivot. How means that consider I'm taking a salesperson as a row labels. So here you will have filters, columns, rows and values. So I'm taking salesperson in rows. So once the header is placed in the rows, the data will be appeared here. So again I'm taking total in values. Just long press on the required field and drop in the values. Here you will find row labels and sum of total. So for example, the person Anudeep done a sales of 51,800 rupees and Harish 62,840. Similarly, Karthik, Raghava, Ramesh, Sailesh and Sumesh have done this much of sales. So here once the data has been prepared, what you have to do is place a cursor in the pivot table and right click on it. There you will find different options. So one of the option is pivot table options. Click on it. So small pop-up will come with a different tabs. So click on display tab. So there you will find different options. If you observe here, classic pivot table layout enables dragging of fields in the grid. So tick this one and press OK, so that it will be somewhat different. So you can drag and drop like this. That's the reason why we are using. So you can do anything else, and you can also go with region instead of salesperson. So I'm ticking region. So if you observe here, it came like this. So Anudeep, in these three regions, he has sold the some items for this much of total. So here we are getting total of each and every person in region wise. So if you don't want this, keep a cursor in that field and right click. There you will find field settings option. So click on it. So that here there is an option subtotals with a tick mark of automatic. So remove it like none and click OK, so that the individual total subtotal will not be visible here. Similarly, you can create a graph for this. So for that I am removing region. So for this I am creating a pivot chart. If you place a cursor in table, pivot table, then you will find this analyze option in the tabs. So if you go to the analyze, there you will find pivot chart option. So click on it. So here you can select different types of charts. So I am selecting this bar chart. If you go on to the chart, it will be zoom in and it will be visible as a graph. Once you press the OK, then the graph will appear here. So you can delete these columns, and if you select these bars and right click, here add labels option will be there. I'm adding labels, so that for that particular Sumesh, he has sold 46,760 rupees. Like that it will be visible. So similarly, I have created different types of charts in 3 different ways. One is salesperson by sales. So for particular salesperson, how much he has sold, and for particular region, what is the sale, and the transacted amount, the transaction count between 30,500 to 40,499, 3 transaction has happened, and 20,500 to 30,499 5, similarly 10,000 to 20,006, 500 to 10,030. So what I am doing is, I will create another sheet here and I will bring all the charts into this sheet. You can copy and direct and paste here. Otherwise, select the chart, right click, there is an option move chart, so click on it. So here you will find 2 options, new sheet or object in. So I am selecting one of the sheet which is newly created by me, so sheet 2. Okay, so that it will automatically come here. The main thing is, as you moved, the chart will not be visible in the origin of the chart of the pivot table. Similarly, I am moving this also, so that I got all the charts in one sheet. So if you observe, I have copied this graph from this. That's the reason it is there in this sheet, and as well as in the newly created sheet also. But these 2 sheets were moved from this sheet to new sheet. That's the reason we are unable to find the chart here. So after moving or copying, go to insert tab. There you will find slicer option. So click on it. So select one of the chart and click on slicer, so that you will find the tabs of the data, the headers of the data. So here you can select like salesperson, region, and for example some other order ID. So if you press OK, you will find 3 different tabs. So I am aligning like this. So till now you have created a pivot table and then chart, and then you have moved all the charts into one sheet. So now I will tell you how to filter these things. So if you observe here, if you select east here, so the data that belongs to east will be visible here. The slicer is nothing but it will help you to filter the pivot table easily. That's the reason once you select this thing which you want, it will automatically filters this graph. So if you select east, it will come east, north, and south, like that. Similarly, if you select order ID 106, here what it will says means, for that particular south area, order ID 106, the sale happened is 3000 and the salesperson is Karthik. The filter will happen automatically. So here the clear filter option will be there, you can also clear it. So if you observe, only one graph is changing with this data. See here, all this data is here. If you select east, nothing has been happened to these two charts, but only the chart that belongs to sales by region is changing. Why? Because the slicer is applied by selecting this chart. That's the reason why these two charts are not changing. So if you want all the charts to be changed, means right click on this slicer, one of the option, and click on report connection option. There you will find remaining pivot tables also with a sheet name. So tick these two pivot tables also and click OK. Then see here, if I press east, all the three will be filtered, all the three graphs will be changed. If you press 1 or 3, now observe here, when I have changed here, all the three charts are changing, but when I try to change order ID, only the sales by region chart is only changing along. So what you have to do is right click on this order ID slicer, again click on report connections, then tick remaining two pivot tables also. What this means is the connection will be happen between the slicer and the graph, and click OK. Now see here, all the three will be changed. Even these two are changing, but the third one is not changing. So for that, what you have to do is, again you have to click on salesperson, take these two. Now observe, I'm clearing all the filters. So I'm selecting east region, so that all the three charts are changing, and similarly I'm selecting salesperson Anudeep, so that if you observe here, sales by salesperson is with Anudeep. Similarly, that particular salesman has done a sale in east region will be filtered, and the orders transaction has been done between 500 to 1000 10,499 or 2. If I select one of the order 1 or 3, so one order has been done, that value is 1260 rupees. Similarly, it has been done in east region 1260. If you clear this region, even then it all nothing will happen to this chart, because the Anudeep person has been done a order ID sales in east region, only one thing is there, so the only one order is there. That's the reason it's not changing. If you clear a filter of order ID, then it will be changed. So this will be very useful when you go with a dashboard of some particular company, so you can easily analyze the data and everything. For any doubts or clarifications, call me. Thanks for watching. Bye.